Hi guys, it's a cloudy morning with weird weather, a bit chilly, and it's a bit misty on Christmas Eve. And let me wish you a Merry Christmas! Hopefully I won't upload the video after Christmas. I'll try to work and make sure I upload it today. But yes, finally we have our free range farm ready. And I don't know if you can see it, but take a look at the geese in the distance. They're on the water, they're enjoying themselves. You see, we have fish inside these ponds over here. We have two huge ponds, one on the right of where I'm standing, another on the left of where I'm standing. And inside there we have fish, but it's possible that we have other animals that we might not identify. We've tried to catch fish inside here. These fish ponds are completely wild. They were initially not meant to be ponds, and honestly we don't use them as fish ponds. They were meant to be dams dug way earlier, very many years ago, to be used as dams with water to be kept inside here during the dry season to feed the cattle. But then we realized that it's not a safe place for the cattle inside here. The water is quite dirty. Imagine the water remains there for a really long time, and it's also not reliable. During the very dry seasons, it's not reliable. So we decided to sink boreholes in order to get water for the cattle. So this remained, and over time, because we have a flooded area, this lower section of the farm gets really flooded. Water comes in from a stream nearby, a very nearby stream at the bottom of the farm, comes and fills these ponds. And that means that over time, a population of fish has filled in this area. We have different kinds of fish here. We have mainly catfish and tilapia. They're inside here because we've caught them once in a while, but it's not routine. But also in our escapades of catching the fish, we've caught tortoises and turtles inside the water. So I know that we have different kinds of fish. I think we even have mudfish inside here, and we might have a few wild animals. So sometimes when the geese are moving in here, they'll get startled, maybe by a fish or by something that we can't realize, and they will run out of the water. It's happened a few times, even this morning, while I've been here. But well, the geese are just one part of the story. I'll go show you where the chickens are at the moment. And right there is our chicken house. In fact, our chicken houses over there. And you can see the geese, they stepped out of the water because they were scared of the water. And hey, let's go and feed the birds. Let's go and I'll show you inside the chicken house where the birds actually do live. Very basic, but it works. So this is our entrance, and this is inside the chicken house. You can see that it's very basic, yeah? The floor is not screeded, and it's intentional because the birds, as you can see, do spend most of their times outside. They spend most of the time outside. We give them supplementary feed, as you've already seen. So they are moving around, eating their food. Then they'll eat on the grass that grows on the sides. Then, of course, the area around the entrance is all destroyed. The grass is all destroyed. The area around the feeders, as you can see, this place used to be very green, but they get to destroy the grass. Further away, as you might see, we have a bit more grass. Under the trees, completely no grass, because already initially, places that are under shades don't grow a lot of grass. But now that the chickens also spend a lot of time there trying to hide from the sun, all the grass has disappeared from under the trees. So that's what's happening. They're certainly a bit messing up the ecosystem over here, but it's not too bad. The population is not too high, and inside here, they literally just come to sleep. They just spend the night over here. So they have these as roosting patches on the side, and then they have these as laying boxes, yeah? So some of them do come and lay their eggs over here. Let's move over to the end. I won't move too close so that the birds don't move away. But you can see that right there at the end we have some laying boxes, and we have some birds that are actually laying eggs. There's one that's already laying an egg in the second last cubicle. The last one has a bird that's actually just settling down to look and lay. Then the next one, that one is already laying an egg. And you can already see some birds over here, inside here, feeding. And you can already see the feed. This feed is actually what would be thrown away. Because when we do mixed feed in our feed mill, that's for the breeders. Some of the feed spills, it pours down. And so when we do sweep the feed mill, what is really residue, maybe 50 kilos, maybe 20 kilos, maybe 5 kilos, whatever spills over, we can't feed it to the breeders because it has been on the floor and everything. So we bring it and give it to the free-range birds here. So it works for us because that's food that otherwise we would have thrown away, but we actually find use for it. So inside here, as you've already seen, we got rid of most of the local chickens. We just have a few of them. Then they have been crossed with our breeder birds. So you can see most of the birds are either white, or we actually do have layers inside here, and we expect that these layers might be able to give us eggs some days. So there are a few things that we've actually discovered. We have both broilers and layers that we've kept inside here, and some of the broilers and layers have grown. They're getting really big, especially the layers. Now what we've noticed is that the broilers are a bit less hardy. Living inside such situations and conditions is difficult for them. So we are having a bit of mortalities of the broilers. You move around, you find them, they are weak. Broilers are naturally weak. They don't have very strong legs. Running around is a bit complicated for them. And it's a bit easier for them to get ill. So we've been having a few of them. We have a few of them who have grown up, and not a few, quite a number. And we've actually been eating them. But the ideal thing is that free range, I think, is not meant for broilers. It's really not meant for broilers. I don't think it's something that we're going to try out again because it doesn't make sense for us to be losing some birds. For the layers, it's a really good idea. Of course, they're going to take really, 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 really long to get to the point of laying an egg compared to our normal birds, our normal farm-up chicks that get to point of lay within 17, 18 weeks. At 18 weeks, it's giving you an egg. 18 weeks is 4.5 months. These are going to take a really long time. They might take at least 6 months before they can give us an egg because they are moving around and they're just feeding on the grass, If you looked around, you would literally see them feeding on the grass. We're giving them residue food that's not mixed according to any, known ratio. So they literally have to balance the feed themselves in the environment. They might not perform as well as birds that are in a controlled environment. And of course, the other thing is that the stress, meanwhile, the geese are making a lot of noise. But the stress of rain, rain will hit them. Then they'll move around. For example, right now it's a bit damp. They'll be stepping in cold stuff. Sometimes when you look at them, you notice they're feeling a bit chilly. The thing with layers is that it's easy for them to catch colds. Not colds of like getting sick, but easy for them to notice that, they are feeling a bit cold. When it gets bright, you notice that they become nice and active. But all that time that, they are getting stressed by the cold and all those things, they're certainly not performing. So they won't give you what you need. And over there in the distance, I have a colleague, the guy who actually works inside here. You can see him, he's slashing around to make sure that the bushes are controlled, because you don't want bushes growing inside here, and that the birds are safe, because as you can see, there is birds close to him. There's birds moving very, very close to him, and they have moved quite a distance away because this is where the rest of the house is, and he's slashing over there, so if the birds move that far and the place is very bushy, then the birds are not safe because wild animals could lurk inside there. And over there where the chickens are scratching, we actually do have a goose that's laying its eggs over there. I don't know what the chickens are doing there. It has been laying its eggs over there, and it just stepped out. It stepped out to go and chill with its colleagues over there in the distance and maybe eat something. I don't know why the chickens are in its home, but let's go check it out. Let's go. Okay. Right there. You can see a chicken scratching its eggs. The eggs are over there, the geese eggs. The eggs are big. I don't know what the number of eggs actually is. 5 eggs we do have over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 geese eggs. So I'm hoping that they're actually going to hatch, and we'll have a bit of success because the place is well hidden. It's nicely shaded. So guys, yes, tell me what you think about this. I think it's a beautiful chicken heaven or poultry heaven. We have our guinea fowls also, by the way. I haven't shown them to you guys, but they're inside one of the houses. And the reason we've kept them in up to now is because they fly and disappear. Because this area, it's a bit more isolated and wild. We have a lot of wild guinea fowls that fly all around. And that causes us a lot of issues because when they make their sounds, you know, their quacking sounds, they attract our guinea fowls and they fly out. And we've already lost one of them. It doesn't come back. They don't come back. So we decided to just give them one house to themselves. They are living in there until my conscience tells me that, hey, you can try letting them out and see if they won't disappear. For now, we're just going to live inside there, inside the house. It's quite spacious, honestly. The house is, I think, 20 meters by 6 meters. So it's quite spacious. I'm not really worried that they're going to be, you know, squeezed inside there and not have space. It's really spacious and they can enjoy themselves over there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Lots of love. Catch you very soon with another video. Bye.